Hello everyone. Today I will be talking about different things you can farm to make a decent amount of gold as you're leveling. And this is going to be all the way up to level 20. This is going to be the first video in this series. And anytime soon I'll also release part 2 and 3 so you can farm gold all the way up to level 60. So as a human, you can go to this cave where you can farm many different materials, including different ores if you have decided to level up mining. But else I like this location for farming linen cloth. Linen cloth is going to be important for enchanters, tailors, but also people who would like to level up first aid. And always remember to pay attention to any nearby chest, as there's a high chance that you will find one of these. And if you play undead, then you could always go to this farm where you can also farm linen cloth. So why is it that I like to do this? Well, if I decide to level up tailoring and enchanting at the same time, then I can use the cloth to convert it into bolts, then craft green items that I can disenchant, and the disenchanting materials I can then use to craft a wand. And this wand will definitely allow you to level up even faster. And you can also sell this on the auction house. Of course, if you follow any of the strict hardcore rules, then you will not be able to use the auction house or trade with people. But nonetheless, a decent way to make gold. As a Tauren, you also have the opportunity to farm linen cloth at this camp near the starting location. And if you decide to farm here, then always make sure to pay attention to any nearby chest, because usually there's a lot of these spawning right here. As a troll or orc, you can also farm linen cloth, but another farm I like to do as these two races is farming meat. This meat is collected when you kill the different boars. The reason why this material is important is because you use it when you need to level up your cooking. And people who would like to speed level cooking will just purchase this on the auction house. So make sure to always keep all the meat that you find. When you reach level 5, it's also important to learn skinning. At least if you like to farm animals, because these you can skin as you're leveling up your character and farming other materials. Depending on your server, and if it's going to be fresh or non-fresh, on a fresh server I always winter the leather that I find to get raw gold. But on a non-fresh server, I would definitely post this on the auction house. As a level 7 Tauren, you could always swap to this location where you can continue to farm levels but also cloth at the same time, including many different chests that also have spawn locations up here. And if you wish to increase the gold even further, then you could always level up your mining at the same time. As a dwarf or gnome, you could swap to this location at level 7 to continue your linen cloth farm. And as a human, you have this amazing location with these gnolls that also has a high chance of dropping linen cloth. For those of you with skinning, there's another decent option, and it is to go a bit more south. Down here you can find these prowlers, but also different bears. They drop meat that you can use for cooking or sell on the auction house, and you can of course also skin these. As a horde and with skinning, then I would recommend you to swap to Duertar. At around level 8 you can start this location near the water. And all the way down here, you'll be able to kill many different beasts that you can skin. They also drop meat and other things you can sell. Why this farming spot is amazing is because it allows you to level up here for many different levels. The moment these targets get a bit too low level, you just swap to the other side of the water, or well, the river, and then the creatures will all of a sudden be level 12. When you reach level 10 as a gnome or dwarf, then you could always swap to Lochnadan. In this zone, there's many different quests where you need to slay different beasts. So you can do quests, gain experience and gold, and even level up skinning and grind meat at the same time. As an undead, you have an option for farming two different things, cloth and litter at the same time. These walk-ins has a chance to drop cloth, to drop raw copper, and you can even skin them. So an amazing location for farming proficient materials. As a human or a character above level 10, swap to Westfall. This zone is quite amazing as there's also many different quests where you need to kill different beasts. So you can farm skinning materials, you can farm meat, and you can even do quests at the same time to maximize your experience. And if you all of a sudden also kill some of the birds, then make sure to always keep the light feathers. These are needed by priests and mages for their slow fall ability. This material will be so cheap in the beginning of a first server, but at some point more people will need this at max level, and then they don't want to go back to this area or any other low level area to farm them. As a Night Elf or any Alliance character above level 11, at this area you can farm these moonkins. They have a chance to drop light feathers, small egg, which is a material for leveling up cooking. You can also get raw copper, and you even have the possibility of also skinning them. So many different ways to make gold with these creatures. As a horde in Barrens, and at level 12, you could start killing these hobbies. They drop cloth, raw copper, but also light feathers. But if you prefer to level up skinning at the same time, then I would highly recommend you just to kill one of the many beasts in the area. As you're leveling in Westfall, you can also move a bit more south to increase the level difficulty of these creatures. So at around level 14, you could just move to the middle of the map and continue leveling up skinning and also grinding materials. Why I recommend you to kill these creatures at a higher level is because they now also have a chance of dropping additional materials. So there's a way higher chance that you might get 2 meat instead of 1. As a horde that would like to farm cloth, you could swap to these marines. They also have a decent chance to drop different green items and also raw gold, or well, raw copper. If you're going to move to this location, then make sure to also pick up one of the quests in Ratchet, and there's even an escort quest inside one of the buildings. As an alliance at above level 16, then you could also swap to Red Ridge. In this zone, there are so many different beasts, but also humanoids for cloth. And there's even a lot of quests for these creatures as well. So as an alliance, this would probably be the last location I would go to prior to level 20. Actually, as an alliance, there's 2 other things I do to maximize my gold potential. The first thing is in Westfall. If I find the dust devils, then I always kill these. There's a chance you will get a magic dust. This is an item you can use on any target to CC them for 30 seconds. This is quite useful when you level up your character, and even at level 60 when people need to CC in dungeons. So on a fresh server, make sure to keep these for later on, or maybe even use them when you need to do a difficult quest. In Duskwood, there's a quest where you need to hand in a bronze tube. This is a material you can purchase at a vendor, but also craft as an engineer. So as an engineer you can craft them and sell them. Else you can also purchase them at vendors. There's a limited amount of these and the recharge time is usually quite long. So when I level on a first server, I just buy them and try to resell these on the auction house or to a nearby player. The reason why this material is so important is because it unlocks a long quest chain that grants a lot of experience and gold. As a horde character above level 17, I like to go to this part in Barrens. Down here, you can farm these creatures that not only drop linen cloth, but also wool cloth. This allows you to continue leveling up your first aid or tailoring. Just remember that at a low percentage, they will also start to flee, so this can be quite deadly as a hardcore character. Now that I'm already talking about wool cloth, then let me also mention my farming spot as an alliance player. I usually do this at the southern part of Westfall. Hopefully you found this guide useful, and if you wish to see a part 2 or 3, then make sure to like this video and subscribe to get notified the next time I post one. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!